Hello, this is Cordell Davenport with SmallApartmentInvestors.com. On my website, I talk about there's a formula to follow for being successful. That's mindset plus skill set plus performance equals results. So I'm doing like a series of videos to talk about mindset. And check out my website to learn more about what I have going on. So this video here is talking about Thomas Stanley and William Danko. They wrote this book right here that you see, The Millionaire Next Door. Now, we imagine athletes, entertainers, entrepreneurs. When we look at them, we ponder on why a person can be wealthy. But the enduring lesson of this personal finance book is that most of the rich grow wealthy because of being modest and being thrifty and frugal. They live in starter homes. They don't raise irresponsible children. They don't buy luxury stuff, luxury automobiles. You see, Mr. Stanley was a marketing professor when Mr. Danko first encouraged him while a student in class, a scholar more interested in the fluent as a target than as the rest of us who try to take attack in front of our names. So with the book, Mr. Stanley became a mentor. He hired him as a research assistant and encouraged him as he completed his master's degree and he became a PhD. The two got on well in part because of their similar blue collar upbringings. Mr. Danko said, given that his father died when he was young and that Mr. Stanley was the son of a subway car driver. In 1993, Mr. Stanley told him about his idea for a book about wealthy people and asked him to be his partner on the project to crunch numbers, give big data, and the two connected. What they found was that there were plenty of people who lived in expensive homes with ginormous mortgages and high income neighborhoods who didn't have much in the way of net worth. Lots of others on the other side of it were quiet millionaires. They stocked away plenty from ownership of all sorts of small businesses that young adults don't clamor to get into. Mr. Danko has spoken often over the years about distributors with their long gloves and rubber boots and beat up pickup trucks. All giggling aside, they are stand ins for all sorts of unglamorous businesses that can yield small fortunes over time. Many of their owners and key employees are rolling in money, but you will never know it by how they presented themselves to the world. The book was eventually embraced as the personal finance guide that the pair didn't exactly mean it to be. It also became something of an underground hit or something like a parenting circuit. Mothers will buy it, Mr. Danko recalled. They said that our message was the one that they wanted to give to their children. You see, your wealth is best judged by comparing your net worth with your income and age. Your baseline net worth, excluding inheritance, should at least equal your annual income times your age, all divided by 10. If you are doing particularly well, having managed to accumulate at least twice this amount, you are a prodigious accumulator of wealth, or as they put it, PAW, making you a 25% wealth accumulator. With less than half the baseline net worth, you are an under accumulator of wealth, or UAW, putting you in the bottom 25%. So what they did is they boiled down the profile in their book to these points right here of what it really means. They live below their means. They allocate their time, energy, and money efficiently in ways conducive to building wealth. They believe that financial independence is more important than displaying high social status. Their parents do not provide money handouts. Their adult children are economically self-sufficient. They are proficient in targeting market opportunities, and they choose the right occupation. In their analysis, a lot of millionaires are frugal. They do spend some money, and they generally do it wisely. Being savvy enough to have money come and become wealthy, they naturally tend to spend their money in ways that maintain and increase their wealth, as well as the prospects for their children. This includes carefully procuring professional services from expert investment advisors, accountants, tax specialists, and lawyers. They also recognize that good education is a solid investment. So many are willing to pay pricey private school tuitions for their children and grandchildren, although some consider such an expense to be frivolous. Millionaires recognize that financial security has little value with your health, so they generally seek and pay for top quality medical and dental care as well. Frugality is the basis of all wealth building and is the main trait that distinguishes PAWs from others. The average millionaire manages to invest a full 20% of their annual household income year after year, while non-millionaires spend everything or almost everything that comes in. Frugality turns out to be a family trait. If your parents were frugal, you're likely to be frugal also. And the spouses of most millionaires are often even more frugal than they are. Clearly, it is difficult to become wealthy if your spouse spends all your money. A bucket with a large hole in the bottom is difficult to fill. Most millionaires do not attend private schools. They receive limited financial assistance as working adults, even if their parents were affluent and received little or no inheritance. Now, here are some points to think about too. Don't give monetary gifts to your adult children. Gifts will make them financially dependent on you and will encourage them to be consumers. Instead, teach them your habits of frugality and discipline. Don't reveal your wealth to your children, at least not fully until they are financially established adults. Otherwise, they may start spending more money than they should in anticipation of receiving a large inheritance, and discussions about inheritance can undermine family relationships. Teach your children what matters is achievement, not material symbols of success. Money can be a measure of achievement, but it certainly isn't the only one. So that wraps up the gist of that book, The Secrets of the Millionaire Next Door. Continue to check out the website as I will continue to deliver more value. Smalapartmentinvestors.com. Thank you.